Welcome to Practical AI and ServiceNow, where I focus on practical, hype free explanations of AI tools and ServiceNow concepts. Alright, this video is for engineering students who want to use AI tools to study smarter. I will show how NotebookLM works with your own textbooks and notes using two familiar subjects, operating systems and DBMS, because those were my favorite subjects too when I was studying engineering. The idea is to see how you can use it to understand concepts faster, prepare for exams, and practice common topics that come up in labs and interviews. Let's get started. I am an engineer, and this is a problem I recognize very well. Today, most of engineering students don't study from a single textbook. You are usually working with PDFs, teacher notes, photos of slides or whiteboards, and different reference materials shared online. The challenge isn't lack of content right now, it's that everything is scattered. Textbooks are long, notes are fragmented, and it's hard to connect the dots between the concepts. In engineering subjects, concepts are deeply interconnected. If one link is unclear, the whole topic can start feeling confusing. Just reading PDFs or notes often isn't enough. You may finish them but still feel unsure about what you actually understood. And when exams are close, revision becomes stressful. Too many files, too many notes, and very little clarity. This is a common experience for engineering students, and it's exactly the problem we are trying to solve here. And this is where NotebookLM starts to help in every practical way. First, it helps you summarize content from your own PDFs, notes, and reference materials. Instead of reading everything end to end, you get clear, structured view of what actually matters. Second, it helps clarity connections between concepts. In engineering, I know that the subjects, topics don't exist in isolation, and Notebook LM helps you see how different parts relate to each other, which is often where confusion comes from. It also makes collaboration easier when you are studying with friends or discussing a topic. You can refer to the same organized material instead of everyone working on different notes and different versions. And finally, it makes revision simpler. Instead of jumping between multiple files and notebooks before exams, you have everything organized in one place, making last minute revision far less stressful. The idea isn't to replace studying, it's to make studying more structured, efficient, and manageable. All right, now that we have looked at the idea, let's see how this actually works in practice. I will walk you through a live Notebook LM demo using two familiar engineering subjects, operating systems and DBMS, and show you how you can use it with real study material. Let's start. All right, now that we have looked at an idea, let's see how this actually works in practice. I will walk you through a live demo of Notebook LM using two familiar engineering subjects. One of them is operating system and another is my favorite DBMS. And I will show you how you can use it with real study material. This is my Notebook LM interface. I have been using the installed app on my Windows machine, and you can also use it via a web interface. You can open any browser and just search for Notebook LM, and you can get almost similar interface. You can see these are my notebooks which I created before. Let's start with creating a new notebook for operating system. Here, as you can see, it is asking me for adding your resources. Basically, this is the place where you will add your PDFs which were shared by your teachers, or the notes which were shared with you. You can add all those documents. If there are any Word documents or presentations, PowerPoint, you can add those as sources here. Okay, and it doesn't restrict you to just for those soft copies of documentation. You can also add the web links, or you can also add the YouTube videos if you want to so learn from any YouTube video, for example. Also, you can have your copied text. If you have taken some notes in Notepad or whatever, you can add those here. Let me add my sources for operating system subject here. I have the formula, or I would say a prompt, to import the sources, because I don't have any PDFs or notes with me at the moment. So I will ask the NotebookLM itself to search for the sources. Okay, I have copy pasted my prompt. Like what I'm interested in is OS concepts, basic scheduling concepts, and the OS algorithms for now. Let's hit it. So you see it's researching the websites. It will look into the internet and it will get me all the key resources which are applicable for those points which I mentioned. And it has already found me 7 sources. In your case, you won't need to search on the internet because you will already have notes and PDFs. You just directly upload those notes here. All right, I can directly click on import these sources. You see all these sources are maybe like some articles. There are some PDFs available online, and yes, most of them are PDFs I am seeing which are available online, and it has imported all those sources. There could be a possibility that some of the sources may not be imported, so you can just remove it from here. And that's it for operating system and related concepts. My notebook is ready, and I can do research, I can ask questions, I can generate notes with this notebook. Okay, let's rename this notebook first. Operating system scheduling algorithms, for example. Okay, now you can see it gives you the brief, like what this notebook is exactly for, and you can start interacting with this notebook now. For example, it is giving us the options like what are the primary differences between long, medium, and short-term scheduling decisions, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my prompt to get what I want. Like right now, our key use case is to understand the scheduling algorithms like FCFS, priority scheduling, round robin. So I have my prompt ready. I can just copy it here. So you see what I'm asking it is explain the process management and CPU scheduling for undergraduate engineering students using only the uploaded sources. This is my requirement. I'm asking it to assume me as an undergraduate engineering student and what I'm interested in. So I'm clearly looking for these algorithms, and I'm also asking it to give me one example. These are some constraints, like I'm asking it to use only the uploaded sources, avoid unnecessary theory, avoid implementation or code, and do not assume anything. Okay, so this is my prompt. You can type in a similar way. You can ask whatever you want in a similar manner. So I have asked it, and now it's gathering the information based on the sources which are available here. In your case, it will go through your PDFs, your notes which were shared with you by teachers, and based on that it will give you the information. Okay, as you can see the progress here, it is analyzing the scheduling approaches because we specifically asked for it, and it has come up with the response. You see, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Like it's giving you what is process management, what are the key concepts like CPU burst, IO burst, and it's also giving you key scheduling algorithms, how it works, like in case of FCFS, how it works, its pros and cons, and so on. It is giving you the priority scheduling, round robin algorithm, and everything. Isn't this amazing? It's also giving you one example. You can ask more examples if you want, right? And you can keep interacting with this. If you are not clear, then you can ask follow-up questions. You see, it has also given me a summary table. This is really good for a quick revision. If you are going for an exam, then I can have a quick summary table. I can have a look at it, and it will help me to revise those key concepts. Okay, now yes, you can ask as many questions you want, because it will respond you based on the notes or the sources you have uploaded. Now, what I want to do with it is, let's say I'm having my exam in couple of days, so I want it to generate a key examination notes from the explanation which has given me above. So I'm just using my prompt, like convert the explanation above in concise exam oriented notes for undergraduate engineering students. And I'm giving it the instructions like use the clear bullet points, include key definitions, and so on. Also, I'm giving it the similar constraints. Let's see what it comes up with this. Okay, so it's again reading my resources with respect to my prompt. Now, I want you to remember key things about this type of studying. Okay, the first thing is that this only works with your own PDFs or sources you are attaching here. You can attach your screenshots or any material that was shared with you. Then it is not going to guess anything from the internet. First of all, it totally based on the resources here. Yeah, that's pretty much important thing, and you can control those sources. That's the key difference, right? You can use such kind of summaries or exam notes before like for example before starting the chapter, or when you feel that some topics are confusing, and so on. All right, so it has given me a nice exam oriented notes. It has given me some comparisons. It has given me some definitions and some formulas as well to remember. That's nice. I wasn't expecting this, but yeah, see, it's really cool, right? You are getting everything in terms of your notes regenerated and in whatever format you want. This is pretty amazing. Now you can also have the follow-up questions on this. You can ask whatever you want. The key thing I wanted to share on this topic is you don't have to copy these answers blindly. Okay, you have to study and use this particular um, features just to understand or get more clarity, and then write the answers in your own words. Think of this as a smart study companion that has read your notes, but don't treat it as a shortcut. Okay, next important feature that I want to show you is this audio overview. Okay, you can create the audios to listen on the go. Now for this, you can directly click on this button to create the overview. It will create the overview of entire source material that you have shared. And you can also customize this overview to limit it to for some topics if you want to listen to some specific topic only. For example, I'm going to get my prompt. Here is my prompt, and you can select the language, in which language you want to have your audio review. There are plenty of languages. You can keep it short, you can keep it default or long, and also you can have the format like if you want to go deep dive or brief or critic. I can say brief for now, for example. And in the prompt you can see what I have written. Create a short spoken style revision summary of CPU scheduling for undergraduate engineering student. So I'm more interested in CPU scheduling. The audio should be suitable for last day exam revision. Use simple conversational language. Briefly explain why CPU scheduling is important. Highlight the key difference between FCFS, SJF, and so on. emphasize what students should remember for exams. Keep it concise, around 1 to 2 minutes when spoken, and use only uploaded sources. Okay, now let's click on generate. What this will do is it will generate the audio overview of the prompt or the topic that you have given. Whatever the context you are giving, it will generate the overview. You can generate the overview for this entire document as a summary, or you can generate the overviews for a particular topic if you are interested in. Till the time it's generating, I can show you my existing example which I generated. Okay, where is it? OS notebook, and I generated one audio overview with the similar prompt. Okay, like for example this one, and you can listen to this.
It interrupts tasks, giving them. This is the brief on CPU scheduling algorithms. Okay, so think of CPU scheduling as the operating system's conductor. It's constantly deciding which program gets to use the CPU next. And this decision is absolutely crucial for keeping your system efficient, responsive, and fair to all. The convoy effect. Just imagine a really slow truck holding up a whole highway of fast cars. SJF, on the other hand, is proven to be the best for minimizing wait times. But, and this is a big but, it has to predict how long of CPU time. We call that a time quant task might never get to run. The fix for this is a trick called aging.
Isn't that amazing, guys? You see how it has generated the audio for you on your specific topic. And for this one, I used the similar prompt, which I have used for the demo. You can see the similar prompt. It has some constraints like use the uploaded sources, highlight the differences between FCFS, and so on. Based on this, it had generated that audio. Now you can use this like for best for revision, but it cannot be helpful for first time learning. It can be used for a revision. It will be useful when you are tired of reading, and if you just want to listen to some topic and clarify some concepts. You can also use this kind of thing before the night of exam, for doing the revision, and listen after reading the notes once you have read them. One important caution here is, if you haven't studied the topic at all, this audio won't help. So it is really necessary you should understand at least some of the concept of the topic. You should read the topic, and then you can create and listen such summaries. It's always read once before using this audio. This audio help you to refresh, but not to replace the studying. Okay, now let's go back to our demo notebook OS scheduling algorithm and see if it has generated. Yes, it has generated the audio.
This is the brief on CPU scheduling algorithms. Okay, so CPU scheduling is the basis for multitasking operating systems. It's all about efficiency, deciding which ready process gets the CPU next to maximize its use and minimize delays. We're reviewing the 4 critical algorithms you need to absolutely nail for your exams. First, let's contrast the simple versus the optimal. FCFS, or first come first served, is just a queue. It's
See, so it has created the audio based on our prompt. This is amazing. Now there is another important feature which I wanted to show you, and it is the flashcards. Okay, and there is also a feature called quizzes. Okay, now you can click on these flashcards to generate the flashcards directly, or you can again give it a customized prompt as we have given earlier, but it will help you to generate the flashcards and quizzes. I have generated, just to save some time, I have generated the quiz already. Let's have a look. I don't think I used any custom formula here or custom prompt here, but you can see this quiz is already generated. Okay, now after studying the topic, one of the biggest problem we face is knowing whether you actually understood it, and this is where these quizzes could be helpful for you. For example, this is first question: which type of scheduler is also known as the dispatcher and is responsible for most frequent scheduling decisions? such as selecting next process from ready queue to run on the CPU. I don't know the answer, to be honest. I will select this one. Oh, that was right. Okay, good. And I can go on next, select anything. Again, that's right. Okay, good. This is also right. This is wrong. Okay, so when you select the wrong answer, it will also give you the explanation why it was wrong. This is really helpful when you are preparing for your exam, and once you have read the topic and you just want to practice the concepts. What I like here is that this particular feature, it explains why an option is correct or wrong, right? One important thing to note here is don't use this to just see answers. I would say try to answer the questions yourself first and then check the explanation. Quizzes are for mainly validating the understanding, not for last minute cramming. Okay, then the other feature, which is the flashcards, you can create the flashcards. I just clicked on creating the flashcard. You can give your custom prompt if you want to learn the specific concept, but you can generate the flashcards for the whole topic, which is in our case the operating system and scheduling algorithms. Okay, meanwhile it is generating, I can show you the existing flashcards in which I generated already, and those looks like this. Here you see scheduling flashcards. It asks you the questions, and you can see the answers. You can see the answers by clicking on it, and you can also ask the NotebookLM to respond or explain why this answer is correct. These are the great for definitions, formulas, and keywords. I would say it's best for a short-term memory checks. Use such kind of flashcards for things you already understand, but don't forget easily, right? And use it as just for practice. One thing to remember here also, these flashcards are not for testing yourself, but or they are not for learning anything from the scratch. They are just for testing your knowledge about the topic. Okay, it's time to jump on another topic, which as I promised, DBMS. Let's look some examples from the DBMS subject, and for example, how you can use NotebookLM features to conquer such subjects and to master such subjects to get clarity on the concepts and so on. Okay, let's go back and create a new notebook, and in a similar way you will have to give the sources. Here you will upload your DBMS topic or DBMS subject related PDFs or notes which were shared with you, and for me I don't have any such PDF or topic as such, so I'm going to use the prompt and I'm going to ask NotebookLM to fetch such sources from the internet for me. Okay, this is my prompt, and it is asking the NotebookLM to search for the subject DBMS, and the key topic that I'm interested in at the moment is SQL DML operations for engineering students. Source requirements I have mentioned clearly, like it should be standard DBMS textbook, prefer authors like Silbersash, officially university lecture notes, or mainly purpose for DMLs, syntax basic examples, and so on. What I'm asking it not to include is blogs or personal tutorial websites, coding bootcamp, advanced research papers, or things of that sort. The goal I have clearly asked is build a focused, steady notebook that can be used to explain SQL DML concepts. Now this is very topic specific because I'm just showing you examples. In your case, you can import the whole textbook or PDF document of the curriculum which is shared with you. Let's start with importing the sources for DBMS. As you can see, it is searching for the websites and it will look for the information that I have shared it shared it with it, and it has given me some 10 odd sources. I will import them just to save some time. Okay, the sources are getting imported. In your case, it would be really fast because you will already have those PDFs notes handy for your DBMS subject, whether you are doing diploma or engineering or degree or masters or whatever. Once you have your sources, then I'm going to show you the other features which are really useful for understanding the complex concepts. One of them is using the video overview. Okay, so we are going to create the video overview on a particular topic. It will help us to understand or simplify the complex concepts. Let's say if you are facing some confusions or uh, clarity issues in DML related queries, for example, if you are getting confused how to use them, when to use what are their definitions, and so on, you can create the videos out of your sources, which will help you to easily understand uh, all those concepts. Okay, now we have imported the sources, and it is, let me call this notebook as dbms notebook, and we are specifically focusing on DML. Okay, so it has given me some brief summary of this whole thing. Let's now create the video overview. Now, I don't want to create the video overview for entire sources. So what I will do is I will customize this prompt. I will keep the format as explainer, let the NotebookLM select the style, but I have my own prompt which I want to use here so that I only get a video which I'm looking for. Okay, this is my prompt. It says explain SQL DML operations. Select insert, update, delete for undergraduate students. Requirements are use simple beginner friendly language. Explain each topic or each operation. Then highlight common mistakes students make in labs or exams. Then I have also given some constraints like use only uploaded sources, which it does by default. Do not introduce advanced SQL topics and do not go deep into theory. Okay, now let's create this video. This particular feature generally takes some time, uh, like couple of minutes, and what I will do is I will open the notebook which I created before, the similar one. It had the same sources, and I created a video using the similar prompt. Okay, let me look at the prompt here. Yes, this is the prompt which we used just now, right? Uh, to understand the DML operations, and it had created a video for me, and I'm going to play it now. Just look at it.
All right, let's talk about SQL. Ever feel like the stuff you're learning in your database class is just a little too theoretical? Today, we're going to look at how a personal AI assistant, something like NotebookLM, can help you really nail the commands you'll be using all the time in your labs. We're talking about the data manipulation language, or DML. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're staring at some definition in a textbook, you've got a lab due tomorrow, and you're just trying to make that connection between the two. It can be a real struggle to bridge that gap between the theory and the actual practice. And yeah, that gap is a huge hurdle, especially create a little knowledge base that's all your AI assistant to bring around in a study guide. The command is super simple. Select everything from customers. That little star just means everything. So you're saying, show me everything in the customers table. Simple, clear. Okay, so
Did you see that? It had actually created me a video with all these infographics explaining in a simple language. That's really cool, right? This gives us a high level explanation, but let's not use it for detailed teaching. Okay, it's just good for really understanding those or clarifying those concepts or whatever topics that you are looking after. It's good to get an overview before or after studying, right? It would help you to get more brief understanding about the topic, like before starting the reading of chapter, or maybe kind of you can also create such kind of videos after reading the chapter to get more clarity. You should always check against your notes and textbook. Having said that, this video overview is for orientation, not for mastery. Okay, so we can create such videos and clarify the concepts or doubts whichever we have with all these AI features offered by NowLM. You can also download those videos and share with your friends and so on, right? You can create as many videos as you want and all of them will appear here. Let's go back and see if it has created the video for us. It's still generating it. That's fine. Meanwhile, what I wanted to show is another feature, mind map. This is pretty interesting. It creates the mind map of the concepts which are covered in this whole topic. Okay, it's creating or generating the mind map for us. I will quickly show you what mind map it created for me, and it's expected to create a similar one for you. You see, this is showing the mind map. It shows you the introduction under SQL query language, what all topics we have, the under advanced topics, what options we have, and you can click on it. It will generate the description of that particular topic. This is really amazing. Engineering topics are normally interconnected, and these mind maps will help you see that, right? It will help you to understand how those topics are related and get the explanation on the concepts. You can use such mind maps after you read the topic once. I would suggest don't try to memorize the map, just try to understand the connections. Okay, these mind maps are really powerful. They will help you see the subject as a system, but not as an isolated chapters. Okay, you see, I clicked on one topic and it's giving me the description against that. So this is the power of NotebookLM, guys. That concludes the demo. All right, let's quickly recap what we covered today. We started by looking at how NotebookLM can help engineering students study more effectively using their own material. With audio revision, you can listen to short summaries on the go, especially useful for last day revision or quick refreshers. With video overviews, you can get high level visual explanation of tough topics like algorithms or system concepts just to understand the big picture. Using flashcards and quizzes, you can test yourself on definitions, key concepts, and common mistakes, which is great for checking whether you actually understood a topic or not. And finally, with summary and chat, you can ask questions, clear doubts, and simplify complex content directly from PDFs and notes. I guess we also looked at mind maps with which you can clearly see how different concepts are connected, which is extremely helpful, I think, in the subjects where topics depend on each other. To be honest, you don't need to use all these features all the time. Pick what helps you at that stage, for example, for understanding, for revision, or for practice. One best thing I like about this Notebook LM is that they have the mobile app for Android and iOS users as well, which makes it easily accessible for you. That's really awesome. And finally, one important thing to remember, Notebook LM is a support tool. It helps you understand, revise, and organize your learning. But it should never replace your textbooks or notes or actual practices. If you want to save some time and reduce study stress, Notebook LM can be a very useful companion in your daily study routine. Learn smarter, not harder. If you found this helpful, then please like the video, subscribe for more practical study tips, and share it with your best friends. Thank you.